Hey guys, so there's a lot of stuff going on. It's January 8th, 2021. A lot of people are getting away with murder, and there's a lot of injustices. And on top of that, I'm quitting all my addictions, all my escapes, all my running from myself. I've been doing this since I was 8 years old, so 40 years of addictions, different addictions. It doesn't even matter what they are. Some have been destructive, some have been a little destructive, some have been really destructive. And I've just been through a lot, as we all have. And this morning, a lot of political stuff is going on right now. I don't want to get into it. This isn't a political channel, but I felt very beaten down this morning. And I was at the end of my rope. I was like, why? What is the point of living here with all this injustice going on? All the censorship, all the lies, all the backstabbing, all the violence. I was just like, I do not know what to do. And I had this strong feeling that God was telling me to reread Psalms. And I read it uh, probably last year for the first time. I read the whole New Testament and parts of the Old Testament, including the Psalms. And so I decided to start over this morning. And so I opened up Psalm 1, and I'm going to read it to you really fast. Blessed is the one who does not walk in step with the wicked, or stand in the way that sinners take, or sit in the company of mockers, but whose delight is in the law of the Lord, and who meditates on his law day and night. That person is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, and whose leaf does not wither. Whatever they do prospers. Not so the wicked, they are like chaff that the wind blows away. Therefore the wicked will not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the assembly of the righteous. For the Lord watches over the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked leads to destruction. And that is just absolutely what I needed to hear, that the wicked have their own demise ahead of them. They will be trembling in caves. They will not be able to hide anymore. Okay? Whatever they are getting on this earth, the money, the greed, the wealth, the celebrity, whatever, all of that does not matter on the other side, where there's heaven and hell. It does not matter what they obtain here. It's going to be stripped from them. They're going to be naked, and they're going to be exposed. It's not really worth it. I've been an addict most of my life, and all of those addictions led me emptier than ever. I was emptier and broken more than ever from every single addiction it took from me. Okay? That's how Satan works, is that he promises all this, all that, great pleasure, but it's fleeting. It's so fleeting. It's so fast. It's not even worth it. Every time I was ready to commit sin, I was tantalized. I was told it was going to feel better than ever. I was told that it would make my day better. I was told that it would, just feel incredibly wonderful, that this time it's going to be the best ever. Always. And I fell for it every single time until now. I mean, I was doing that loop, insane loop for 40 years of Satan telling me it's going to be better this time. It's going to be great. Just do it one more time. One more night. Eric, it doesn't matter. And every single time I was beaten and broken the next day. And I had more guilt and shame than ever before. Every morning I had more guilt and shame than the last morning. It built up upon itself until I became a self-insecure, weak, judgmental, bitter, remorseful man. A boy trapped in a man's body, basically. I was a scared boy. You know, they say that when you start drinking and drugging heavily, it stunts your mental growth. So I'm literally, if I was a drunk for 16 years, Shave 16 years off of my age right now, I would be 32. Shave off more years from everything else I did. I rocked for 40 years. Autistic rocking, back and forth. Body rocking for 40 years. 45,000 hours worth of rocking or more. So shave off 10 more years. Now I'm 22. I really do feel like a boy trapped in a man's body. I'm almost 50 years old. I feel like a kid. And Satan did that, and my environment did that. I chose to escape rather than facing my fears. If we face our fears, we will become stronger. We will have more self-esteem. We will be able to defend ourselves, and we'll be able to do great things with our lives. But if we're constantly in that loop of getting drunk and using and then feeling guilt and shame the next day, it's really hard to get out of that cycle. It's really hard. And then one day you'll wake up, you'll be 70 years old, and you'll be like, what did I do with my life? What did I do? And it's not too late for most of us. We still have time to turn this around. Right now is the craziest time in history. What you're seeing is historical. And many people are dying. There's a fight. There's a huge war going on behind the scenes. And out on the scenes in the public. And we have to fight. And I know we're tired and we're weary. On top of all the politics, we're struggling with our businesses. We're struggling with our health. We're struggling with depression and anxiety, hopelessness. I know. We have to stand tall. The war is almost over, okay? The best thing you can do is pop open Psalms. Start reading them. Close your eyes. Stop the addictions. Stop running. It's time to sit still and let it out. Whether it's crying or laughing, just sit still and let it come out. There was a woman that I worked with decade ago in the restaurant industry, and she was a waitress and I was a cook, and she said that she stopped smoking weed, and she'd been doing it for decades, and she couldn't stop crying. She sat in the bathtub without water and just bawled her eyes out for like a week straight. And I was like, that's really good. That's you coming back into your body. If you're running, the more you run, the more you don't know yourself. Really. I mean, I have so many different addictions that I've had, and they're all coming off of me. And you might relapse, and you might be hard on yourself, but know that relapse is part of recovery. The key is not to keep relapsing. Okay, so if you go out and drink again, instead of being like, well, I threw away 59 days of sobriety, I might as well hit this hard. Instead of saying that, say, no, relapse is part of recovery. I learned my lesson. It didn't feel great. I'm back on the wagon. Okay, if you can get back on the wagon after one slip, that's great. That's part of recovery. If you use that relapse as an excuse to keep drinking and drugging, you're back in the hole again. Okay? You're back in that vicious cycle. So stay sober. Okay? Every single day it will get a little bit better. And set your intentions on unraveling all those things that are making you distracted from who you are. All these addictions, all these escapes, they're little dopamine highs, but eventually they deplete you completely of your life. It's like a life sentence that you're imposing on yourself with drugs and alcohol, TV, porn, whatever, cigarettes, sugar, you name it. All this stuff is just distracting you from becoming fully you. And you're like, what's the point of being fully me? Well, here's the thing, is that we're here to spread the good word, okay? We're here to be examples for others. It's not about you. It's it's about helping others. And addicts are the most self-centered in the world. I get that. You know, I have Asperger's. We think about ourselves. We don't have a lot of empathy for others. Okay, I'm learning empathy. I'm sitting still. I'm embracing those awkward feelings as they arise. Okay? Now this video is not only going on my Jesus channel, but I'm gonna slap it up on my No More Autistic Rocking channel, because I believe that it fits both channels well. So wherever you're watching this, hit the subscribe button. Either way, I'm giving back now, and you know, one channel is focused on finding God, finding Jesus, and the other channel is about my autism, my Asperger's, my rocking. Like I said, I rocked back and forth for 40 years. And God told me, if you want to do something great with your life, stop rocking. You'll have a 40-year addiction story to tell and inspire others who are going through not only the rocking, but with any addictions. You know, let's unravel our addictions together. The other thing I've been doing is a lot of breath work, breathing in and doing some body flow stuff. So I'm going to leave a link under this video. You can check out the breathing work, the breath work. It's called quantum flow, and it can really re-energize you, revitalize you, your body, your spirit, mind, whatever. Get it all tied together and bring up, you know, blocked energy up through your whole chakras and come alive again. And you won't want to do addictions anymore. And it's free. I mean, the course isn't free, but breathwork is free. You know, moving your body and breathwork is free. So check that out. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.